Ladies and gentlemen, we are here talking with Mr. Renair Benjamin, all right, Councilor for the Westchester Division in Portmore. You understand, which is considered the heartbeat where some of the first residents settled for the
Yes,
wonderful community. But we want to
yes,
segue a little bit into because we reached 24 minutes in the interview. I want to talk about education yet, which is one of
yes.
the pillars of raising up our society and ultimately the people in quality of life. How many schools is in your division?
Well, I have one high school in my division and four early childhood institutions.
And
And I
mm-hmm,
mu-
go ahead.
yes, and I must say that the Cumberland High School, yes, it's the only government-owned institution in my division, and it's a sort of it's a paradoxical situation because while it's situated in my division, I believe up to about 98% of the students there are from outside my division. And I could say safely that 70% of the students there are outside of the constituency.
Oh,
Because you find out that high schools serve mostly children from Spanish Town,
mm,
Central Village, and those areas,
oh,
an area outside of Southeast St. Catherine.
mm,
But in terms of education, the standards in my division is very high. Most of the children there, they do very well. Attend most of the traditional high school in St. Catherine and Kingston and St. Andrew. And as counselor, I give a lot of support where education is concerned. My proudest and my biggest achievement, as one lady said to me once, that this job that I'm doing as counselor, she said it's the most important job I have ever done. And when I asked her why, she said that she realized that I am strong in helping to educate the children in my division because the
that's a great thing.
grants,
Mm-hmm,
book vouchers, and other assistance that I've given,
mm-hmm.
I have watched children in my division from supporting them from primary school and seeing them graduating as doctors, lawyers, and support. So
Wow, come on,
yeah,
man.
I'm really, really, and
That's
as a father of three children myself, I am big on education. My eldest child, my son, is now a medical doctor, and my daughter is in her fourth year in medical school in Cuba. So I'm really a staunch believer in education, in empowering our country and our youths. So I and the early childhood institution, I have I've given them support, help the teachers with laptop, tablets, give help where it's necessary, and even recently, Dr. Alfred Dawes and myself visited these early childhood institutions in the community and give them help, support fundraising. He gave them additional tablets as well. So we're giving the support. And of course, there are individuals who will come to me from time to time for assistance, whether it be school fees and support, especially in these early childhood institutions that they don't have government paid teachers. Even if they have government paid teachers, maybe it's one or two. And sometimes persons struggle to find those weekly or monthly school fee to keep the schools going. So from time to time, I have to step in with whatever assistance I can give.
all right. Two things before you go.
Yes,
One is given how important a counselor is to
yes,
the people in representation. When you look at the situation on the other side with Mr. Samuda's seat and the people asking and demanding for Mr. Delano's civil right, and this gentleman coming in that it appears that the prime minister is fond of. I mean, how you view that situation?
well, you see, I, again, I always try to stay away from their internal signal. But when you look at it,
Right.
the role of a member of parliament these days, I realize that some of the MPs on the JLP side, they are trying to do the work that councillors are supposed to be doing now.
Oh.
Yes. A lot of the funding, sometimes when you hear about drain cleaning and certain removal of bulky waste,
All right.
the things are upside down where governance is concerned in the country under the JLP.
So
Because
it's like a team and people don't know their roles.
yes, because things like removal of bulky waste, especially in the December period, there is no way on earth the government should be sending funding to MPs to the removal of bulky waste. And under the law, that is strictly the responsibility of the local authority.
Wow.
The MP should be spending time helping to make laws and understanding the laws and reforming laws to be more relevant to the people,
Right.
and ensuring that the rights of citizens are not violated. And you don't see them doing any of that.
Well, they just touch for one next point, you know. Boy, may I tell you,
But
violation of the
when
laws
I
against the
see
citizen.
when I see for the past 3 years, every Christmas a year, 3 million, 2 million being given to each member of parliament for removal of bulky waste. And sometimes in my division, I don't see no removal of any bulky waste.
Right.
But so back to the original question you asked. Locally, sometimes it's neither here nor there who is the MP.
Okay.
Because the councillors are the workers of the system. Most time you have an MP who is a minister or a junior minister, it's the councillor who have to be the heavy lifting.
Right.
In our system of government, the MP is really there sometimes to serve on the executive, and Mr. Steve right now is now a junior minister in tourism, I believe.
Yeah.
And I believe who gets that constituency doesn't really have anything to do with how they will represent the people.
Okay.
It's more about, to me, it's about future battles that are to come in the JLP, and who supported who in the past and who is supporting who now.
Yes. All right.
And I believe it comes down to an issue of class as well.
Yeah, democratically.
Yes, it comes down to an issue of class, because when you look who the one opponent, one of the person represent, and you know the JLP, I believe, is a confused party, you know, because
talk about it.
When I see them sometimes attacking the skin color of my party leader.
Talk about it, boss.
When you look like a Christian Tavares and Samuel, that they don't look much different from Mark Gold in terms of skin color.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, so sometimes they make skin color an issue. And the truth is, the PNP is the only party that black, white, and everybody has served at the highest level.
Facts.
And it seems like if you are not brown or ice skin color, as some put it, you can probably never ever serve as a leader of the JLP. And I guess that they want to kill the alligator and the egg, and I heard that Mr. Seabright probably has leadership ambition, and they want to probably try to stop him in his tracks from now.
Well, in closing, enough about them. In terms of your Westchester there, you know, what are some of the things you're looking forward to get done? What are some of the things you're bringing to the constituency to take it to the next level when you guys assume for the next general election?
Well, when you ask the question, I want to just make sure because I have two large communities in, and sometimes I get accused of, doing more work in one than
the other one too.
The community, the Westchester, Cumberland, Portmore,
Westchester, Cumberland, yes. I don't want to vote nobody, big up Portmore.
yes. So even though it is called the Westchester Division, I love to refer to the communities, and I have a small section of Independent City community. Texas Avenue, Nevada Avenue, Arizona Avenue, and a part of Augusta Drive. So With a change of government, one of the things I expect, especially coming from central government, is improvement in the water supply for the people. Every week, there's either water lack off or low water pressure. So that is one of the things I want to see my party bring improvement to as soon as we assume power. NWC is not giving the people a reliable or a good supply of water in my division, and by extension, Portmore. Every week, just as the garbage collection, that's my next headache. Low water pressure or no water.
Mm.
So that's one of the improvement I would like to see when the PNP assume power. Next, I expect my party to get more garbage trucks.
Mm.
When I was just elected councillor, I asked how many trucks are serving Portmore, and I was told 12. Recently, we were told that 15 trucks are, and that's sufficient. And that's if you have 15 all the time, because since 2012, more than 10 communities with thousands of other residents have been added to Portmore and Greater Portmore.
Mm-hmm.
For example, in the community where I reside now, Phoenix Park Village, just just up to last 2 years, 2,000 additional homes were added. And since
Wow.
then, 3,000 more have been added to that Phoenix Park Village area. You have an area coming off Municipal Boulevard, Kentech, thousands and more homes are coming. And the garbage collection infrastructure and equipment are not keeping pace with the development.
Mm. Two
And
things.
these are things,
Go ahead.
yeah, these are things that the central government, and we need more funding and more resources
Right.
at the municipality to deal with drain cleaning and beautification.
Well,
What we're getting so far is work inadequate.
two things you have to make sure so those trucks are not 16 years old. Those new trucks, all right. Just
Yeah,
make sure
yes,
so you
yes,
guys
like
procure
the
some.
like the school like the school
Yes,
bus.
yes,
Yeah, and
yes.
not only the age, those are American made vehicles, so those space buses have can't stop on the road and let off children
Exactly.
because of where the door is. So,
Yes, yes.
and
So
we realize that coming on to the election, a lot of promises and things are being done.
I tell
What
you.
it seems like what was done in 9 years, they're trying to do it in 9 days.
You mean 100 days?
No, they want to do it in 9 days.
Well,
And
with all the development and housing that the People's National Party has committed to 50,000 in the next 5 years. Yeah, garbage
and,
collection has to be, and roads and water, and in terms of light,
and
energy, affordable
yes,
energy has to be at the top of the list.
and not just 50,000 houses, 50,000 low income
Low
houses.
income, right? Thank you very much for
Yeah,
that.
because that's a problem. Even in my division, there's a new community being built, a gated community by name of Chester Creek, and I believe the price tag now is about 31 million.
31 million for one house.
Yes, and that's a gated community being developed by Vicar.
1 bedroom or 2 bedroom.
2 bedroom townhouse units.
Mighty God.
So, yeah, low income persons, the houses that are being built in Portmore in mass proportion now. The cheapest ones that have been built in the area of Phoenix Park Village by Gore Developments, the last price tag was 18 million. That
Woo.
you could even consider that as low income because two persons cannot borrow to get one of those houses from NHT. I think they recently put it at 9 billion, and those probably with escalation they soon reach about 19 million or 20 million.
Wow.
So you need some houses being built where for low income persons that one person can go to the NHT and borrow to buy one of those houses. In in
Wow.
in 20 in 1999 when I bought a house, my wife and I at the time we could go and borrow from the NHT and buy that house and
Mm-hmm.
still have money left we didn't have to even borrow the full amount that was available to us.
My
That is what
God.
you expect. That is what I expect. And Angels at that time wasn't even considered as a low income.
So
It was
who
middle
was the
class
prime
person.
minister in 1999?
The most honorable PJ Patterson.
You mean the same man with them say mash up the country?
Yes.
My
Bill
God.
thought,
You mean to tell me
the,
say you
the,
could have
the,
borrowed a loan and buy a
yes.
house and have
And
money
didn't have
left
to
back?
borrow the full amount from NHT.
Mighty
Combined
God.
the two. Yes, so and then they criticize him, but and in that period of time, a lot of working class people. I remember a lot of my co-workers from Cable Wireless at the time. They were able, we were able to buy houses, send our children to school, raise family, send them to university in Jamaica, and here we love. We witnessed the development of this country under PJ Patterson. Highways being built, roads improved. So when they come with this fool argument about PNP mash up country in 18 years, and after them who are talking, they live their best lives
Them best
under the People's
life.
National Party. That's when
Mm-mm.
that's when we could buy deportee. When the used car market was open up, that ordinary persons like me could go to the bank
I
and buy
be
a
a car
car.
come on Jamaica under PJ. Car that
Yes,
accomplishes.
people are talking about PNP mash up the country. They are hypocritical. They live their best lives after the biggest improvement. More millionaires were added to Jamaica in that 18-year period more than any other time.
Mm.
Because at that time, when you own a house, you become a millionaire.
Yes.
Because the equity in there was property. And you could afford to buy it now.
Yeah, the
You
equity
have
in
to,
those properties now is ridiculous.
yes. No, if you want to buy one of these houses that they are built, three of you have to borrow from
Yeah, I true your talk.
NHT to
I
buy
went to
one.
NHT. That is true. That was true.
And
That was true eight
and
years
if
ago, and it's still true now.
and if you go to NHT now, you still have to go to a bank or a third party institution to get more money to borrow to buy the premises
Yes, you have to go to the bank, and
because
NHT
of
will
the
send you to
cost.
the bank too.
Yes, under the PNP it wasn't so. Check
Yeah.
out all of those schemes building Greater Portmore, down Old Harbour Road there, White Waters, all of those communities that were built. Angels Estate, Angels Grove, Portmore Pines, Cedar Grove. People, Jamaicans were able to buy houses, especially here in Portmore. Schools were built.
Yeah, a lot of schools was built.
Um,
A
yeah, to
lot of
support these new
schools.
housing development.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
remember
the
in one go, PJ Patterson built 17 new education and
yeah.
institution.
And
Christian
also he paid off the IMF. Can't
paid
forget
off
that.
the
We
IMF.
can't forget that.
So when
That's
people
crazy.
talking about the nonsense about PNP mash up country in 18 years, lie, propaganda. I mean, we didn't achieve everything.
No, no,
We
no.
had some setbacks,
Nobody's
but it is,
perfect. Nobody's perfect.
and even what we are achieving now is a platform that the PNP built and set the country on.
The fiscal prudence that they boast about.
Yes, I hear the Prime Minister in one of his ads, he claimed that he will tell you that election is not on his mind, but every minute you turn on the radio, especially Love FM that I love to listen in the morning, you
Yeah.
hear excerpt of his budget speech using government resources to campaign.
Yes.
And this is one of the things that I want to call them out on. They
Oh,
are
go ahead, my
using
boss.
government they are using government resources to campaign through office of the Prime Minister and these things and various ministry. But yet, so when the PNP's candidates are spending their money putting up billboard, they are taking them down
Mm, mm,
because
mm.
they don't want the PNP to campaign. They are hypocrites. They are actively campaigning for the general election on
Yes.
that style, as you would put it,
Yes. Yes.
because
Grand
they
style.
can use the government resource to campaign. But when the PNP is spending our money, the mayor of Montego Bay they are illegally removed.
Yes.
The candidates down there billboard and even Portmore here. I put up a few of Dr. Dawes posters in my division, and overnight I see them disappear.
What you saying to me?
So, yes, so it is
So
as if they
it's
don't
a
want to see
island
it.
wide
It's an island-wide thing. I see even Comrade Danishka Williams
yes
complaining.
man. Them a tear down for your poster them man.
Yes,
Wicked man.
so it's what? And if since they claim that they are achievement and what they are doing, so why they are
Yes,
afraid of the PNP candidates campaigning
exactly.
and
Them
putting
only
their images out there?
if they were so confident about a third term, all if you no paint every street with poster, every corner, them should not take them down.
They are very worried.
Of course, them know
Very,
say they
very
losing.
worried.
Them know say they have lost. You know, if not,
Yes,
but now maybe. They would have been
and
surprised how many people are very quietly waiting on them to call the election. They
wait,
not even get
yes,
nice like we.
yes, and PNP is in the ascendancy, and one of the things that I've been using to judge that. Um, when I visit the supermarket, churches, various places that I go in Portmore, just like in 2011 when PNP was coming back to power, people see me in the line in the supermarket. Councilor, make sure to take it back. Time come. Just about everywhere I go, gas station, I encounter people are silently and quietly
Man,
waiting
yeah, man. That's true,
for
man.
the
That's true
trumpet
thing.
to sound. Yes.
Well, if
So
you have anything
we'll
in
give them
closing,
one.
if you have anything in closing, you know what I mean, you can go ahead. I just want to say before
Yes.
you go, I really appreciate you taking the time out. My
Yes.
my view of you is that you know you're a true servant of the people, a man of humility and integrity, and the people of your division, they are lucky to have you. They are lucky to have you. I listen carefully to how you speak, and I hear the passion to
Yes. Thank you.
serve,
Thank you.
you know, in your voice. Yeah, man, I'm a person that assess people, you know, and
Yes.
I have to say honestly, that is my honest thoughts about,
Yes.
you know, you. So big up yourself.
Yes. And I've gotten the vote of confidence from the people going 3 terms now. And this is no easy feat. Um, I first was elected by them when the People's National Party was in power and had a PNP MP. The second time around, I had a PNP MP, but the PNP wasn't in government. And then the third time around, the JLP is in government. There's a JLP MP there, and they gave me the biggest victory and the biggest margin of victory. So I want to thank the people of my division for the vote of confidence that they have given me. And in closing, I just want to say to persons in Jamaica that you have been making your voice heard. I hear you at the church, at the supermarket, everywhere. But I want to say to you, it all depends on you. You must come out and vote this time to take out the JLP out of government. This is my appeal to you. We have some very good representatives and we have some very excellent plan. Comrade Dr. Alfred Dawes has some very good plans for the medical sector and to lead Jamaica into a first class health system. I want you to come out and support him in the next general election. So this is my final appeal to you. And we will work very well with Dr. Alfred Dawes as Member of Parliament and as our next Minister of Health. Portmore needs a hospital and is committed as the next Minister of Health to build a hospital in Portmore with a new culture, first class facility and equipment and technology, and well trained health care workers. So we want you to elect Comrade Dr. Alfred Dawes as your next Member of Parliament for Southeast St. Catherine. That's my final appeal.
Yes, man. Blessings, Sir Benjamin. I really appreciate you taking the time, you know. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
I learned a
You're
lot
welcome, sir.
from you know, you just, you know, breaking down because I'm young to the politics, you understand? Um
No problem.
yeah, and we really appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
All right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, may I tell you, that was Sir Renair Benjamin, Councilor of Westchester. And you know the other places in the area of Portmore that fall under that. Me don't know all of them, so they don't come for me. Big up Portmore.